Hey, hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thank you for joining me for today's 5 for 5. I'm coming to you from our kitchen table where we've set up another puzzle. One of these things we started doing during COVID, one of these little hobbies we've enjoyed. And this one has taken us a little longer because in the midst of doing this puzzle, we've also been trying to paint our kitchen cabinets, working on trying to get our kitchen updated a little bit and do some work in here. So the puzzle's left the table, it's joined the table again, it's slid over under the table, been covered by plastic. Pieces have hit the floor. Some pieces may have gone into the dog's bed. We're not even sure if all the pieces are here. We're trying to get it to a place where we can just count the pieces on the table and then count the pieces in the box to see if we have the 1,000 pieces that we hope to have. It reminds me that sometimes we do things that we don't even know if the end will be in sight. We've all done a puzzle and gotten to the end and had a piece missing, and just that feeling of just all that time spent. Now, thankfully for us, doing a puzzle has as much to do with the time together as it does with the puzzle itself. But as we do it with the hope that one day we'll be able to have a puzzle that looks like the box looks. We want it to come together and have a complete picture of everything we thought it would look like in the end. And so for now, we're putting pieces together. We're making sense where there is chaos. We're trying to come together and see what is the puzzle that's in front of us and put it together in the right way. It reminds me of so much of our lives in so many ways of how it is a walk of faith. It's a walk of step by step, little by little, following God to see where he's leading. In Hebrews 11, verses 8 through 10, it says, "By faith Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. By faith, he went to live in the land of promise, but as a foreigner in a land, living in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God." Abraham would spend the rest of his life in tents, looking forward to a permanent city that God had promised, to a home, as God would fulfill his promise as he gave him sons, as he would fulfill his promises. He gave him grandchildren and would build a nation of Abraham. But he wouldn't see all of God's promise completely fulfilled during his lifetime. Hebrews 11 tells us that many people had come before Jesus Christ leading up to the promise of our salvation. And many people died in their faith, not ever seeing fully the fullness of that promise fulfilled. But they died in faith, looking forward to the promise fulfilled in Jesus Christ. We live now in a reality that Jesus has changed us. He has taken our sins away and completed the work on the cross for our redemption and our salvation. And in that same faith, we look forward also to the day when he will come again and he will make this world brand new, when he will make all things new and bring full redemption to this world, and the hope of our salvation will be made clear. And so in the same way as Abraham was following and did not see completely all that would happen, we may live our entire lives and see some things that God has promised not completely revealed. But we can know that he is faithful. We can know that he will continue to be faithful no matter what we face. And so we take it step by step, little by little, piece by piece, as we follow after him in faith and trust that in the end he knows completely the work that he is doing, and he knows the work that he wants to do in each one of us. Jump into Hebrews 11, look at the heroes of faith and see how they continued to follow God even when it wasn't easy and even when it wasn't clear. And they followed him to the end, knowing that he had great things ahead of them and in store. We have that same faith as we trust in Jesus today. Hope you have a great one.